Hey guys, what is going on? It is Justin from Vonix Entertainment, and welcome to this week's Zero Location video in Destiny 2. So, real quick, I want to go ahead and announce about next week. Next week is the Festival of the Lost. So it's coming back, and we're going to get masked and things like that. And there's also going to be, apparently, a quest line that we're going to have to solve a murder. So that's going to be pretty fun. As well as also, we are going to be seeing some of the fallen heroes again, and just all around it's going to be a fun time. That's happening next week starting Tuesday, and that's going to be a whole lot of fun, so get ready for that. It's coming out next week. Zer this week is over here on Titan, so he's over on the rig. He's facing a weird direction. Normally he's facing towards where I am right now. He's normally facing us, and his back would be to that wall, but this week he's kind of facing a little awkwardly. But Zer this week is selling his Faded Engram, so if you are missing anything from either the base game, or the Osiris DLC, or the, really any of the DLCs besides Forsaken, then you can go ahead and get his Faded Engram. It is 97 legendary shards, but remember, you are not going to get anything from Forsaken from this. For Zer's weapon of the week this week, he's selling the tractor cannon. Now, honestly, I highly recommend having the tractor cannon. It is a really good weapon to have, especially doing escalation protocol if you're not up to light yet. The tractor cannon, basically, it's going to push enemies away, as well as also it's going to suppress them and make them vulnerable to incoming void damage. I believe it is 30. They take 30% more void damage whenever they are kind of disabled from the tractor cannon, which is really nice, and it does help out in the raid. If you are running with a raid team and one person's not doing their fair share during the end boss, during the Riven fight, then using a tractor cannon on that one person and everyone else using void rocket launchers with cluster bombs will actually help out quite a bit. So I highly recommend doing that if you don't have a Titan, because if you don't have a Titan, then using the tractor cannon works. If you do have a Titan, you need to be using Melting Point. That's really going to help out your team. For the Titan class, he is selling the Synthos EPS, which, if you don't already know, the Synthos EPS is an amazing Titan gauntlets. So what it does, real quick, is it increases your melee lunge range, which already works really well, and then improved melee and super damage when you are surrounded. So this means the surrounded means whenever there are 3 or more enemies within close proximity to you. This works very well whenever you have a lot of enemies around you and you are using your super. You're just going to do so much more damage with that. And then for the Hunter class, he's selling the Gemini Jester leg pieces. All this does is whenever you dodge, it temporarily disordinates nearby enemies and removes their radar. So this is really nice for Crucible. If you're using this in Crucible and you just someone happens to kind of walk in front of you and you get shocked for a little bit, you don't know what to do, you can dodge, and if you're close enough to them, you're going to blind them for a few seconds and also remove their radar, which during that time you can either A, run away, or B, you can run to the side or behind them or jump over them and be able to take them out a lot easier because that person doesn't know where you are. And also, it really helps out in something like a raid or anywhere in PvE where you're having a tough time kind of staying alive because enemies are meleeing you. You can dodge by enemies, and if you run this with the Trapper class of the Night Stalker, you can go ahead and go invisible, as well as also blinding enemies. So this means they're going to immediately pretty much stop attacking you, and you're going to go ahead and go invisible so you can run past. For the Warlock class, he's selling the Sanguine Alchemy I believe is how it's pronounced. Basically, all it is while you're standing in your rift, your allies have heightened senses, which allows you to retain your radar while you are aiming down your sights. So you basically have third eye on everything. And additional nearby powerful enemies are visually marked and can be tracked without line of sight, meaning that you can actually see people through walls in Crucible, which is very helpful. But you do have to mark them first by seeing them. And then he is selling his Five of Swords card. Again, if you don't already have it and you want to run Nightfall, you need to have the Five of Swords card. It just makes you being able to run Nightfall so much easier. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and comment on what you hope Zers sell next week, and also what you hope to get from the Festival of the Lost. That's it for this week. I will see you all next week, and if you are looking for the Destiny 1 Zer location video, there's a link for that down in the description below.